What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Journey to Success podcast. This is the 8th episode, but this is the second one back to back. I just got done doing a podcast,
he had it,
man.
People, he had it.
But the reason why we call this the Journey to Success podcast is because we want to help people on the journey to becoming successful. Now, I put successful in parentheses because it changes per person, right? Like one person may say, this is what they deem as success. The next person may say that's what they deem as success. Whatever, whatever it means to you, right? And the reason why I got my brother here today, which this is a once in a lifetime appearance from this man right here, right?
Don't come out too much.
So yeah, he don't even. He's a myth, right? For real, this man is a myth. Like I can't even reach him, right? But we had a conversation.
Yeah.
We had a conversation just the other day when you were talking about personal development.
Yeah.
Right, and you were talking about how you kind of got exhausted from personal development.
Yeah.
Talk about that for a second.
To be honest, personal development is simply not easy. Being hard on yourself is not easy. It's tough to stay at it. I was going hard for a minute, just like everybody. They want to lose weight January 1st in the gym.
And then they hit that wall.
And then you hit the wall so hard, you like, I'm not going back. There ain't no point of going back. Nothing changed. You start getting down on yourself, man. And everything.
We just talked about that on this last episode.
Seriously?
We just talked about that.
Dang.
Well, go ahead.
So I just went in a slump, with the personal development. You got to be on that every day. When you want to be better, this is not something you just do this week, then next week take a break, then come back to it. This is something you got to be consistent with it, consistency. So you got to stay on it all the time.
All the time. And you were kind of saying like it kind of got to a point for you where it was kind of like corny. Because it's like you're watching all the people who are already there. And I'm like,
come on, man. It's easy for you to say and tell me what to do because it worked for you. You did it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know it took a while to come for you and everything for it to work out, but we want it now. That's the society we live in.
Yeah. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense when when the gap is so wide.
Right. Correct.
And that's why we do this podcast right here, because the gap isn't wide at all.
We're starting with
on the journey. You know what I'm saying? Like we're on the journey. Like I've been doing this maybe for like a year consistently, speaking and author, right? Maybe a year consistently. Like before that, I had started a fitness business that actually did really well, but it wasn't the direction I needed to go in, right? So I switched lanes. So I understand the beginning of the process. I understand the first 2-3 years. I understand that. So I want to help you on your journey. Maybe you're stuck. Maybe you don't know what your purpose is. Maybe you don't know where to start. Maybe you don't really know what your gift is. This podcast is the podcast for you. It is the podcast for beginners on this journey. Even people who have been on the journey and just are at that spot where they're just kind of stuck.
I would say, the good people at this podcast, we can relate better. This is something you can relate to better. If you're out there trying to, better yourself and become quote unquote successful, We're starting with y'all, and we're going to go with y'all, whoever's dedicated, because it's going to get tough. It got tough, it got tough for me. I'm like, all right, I'm done. What's next? But this is something to help you keep going, because we're all going to run into the wall.
Right.
It's inevitable.
Right. And it's inevitable, and we can give you applicable steps. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're not too far removed because we're in it right now. So just because you may be starting today, or you may start tomorrow, hopefully you start today. But if you start tomorrow, just because we're a year or two ahead does not mean that we don't deal with some of the same things, and we can't give you some steps to help you get out of that. So with that said, I'm your host, Destry Brandon, motivational speaker. I put that in parentheses too. If you watched the last episode, you'll see why I say that, right? Destry Brandon. I'm with my guy. He's not the co-host of the show, but he's a special guest on the show. Mr. T-Bird, Mr. Tyler Young, Mr. Nueva Omi, right? A young entrepreneur doing this thing, man. Show him the shirt. Show him the shirt real quick.
This is a nice shirt. Let's get the hair out the way, man. A little Nueva, calm but heavy.
And that's what I like about it, man, because people overcomplicate things.
Yes, definitely.
They overcomplicate things when it could be so simple. Right now, we're shooting a podcast at Starbucks on a $100 mic with a $200 camera on a $10 tripod.
On a tight schedule.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And it's crazy because, like, people think that it takes all of this or everything has to be in line. And they just understand, like, they just need to start.
Perfect's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
So.
You're going to be waiting your whole life, and then you're going to regret that you never started, right?
So take advantage of it now.
So on this podcast, man, on this podcast, we have a segment called You Know What's Crazy.
What's crazy,
right?
Man?
So I got one for you.
What's up?
You know what's crazy?
What's crazy, bro?
People don't truly understand the power in their tongue.
That's a deep one. That's more than crazy. You know what's crazy and deep?
For real. That's real. And I don't think we understand. Like, we want this.
Yeah, right.
Whatever. But we talk ourselves down so much without even noticing it sometimes.
What do we call that? What do we refer to that?
We call that loser language. I had to get close to the mic. Loser language. And so many of us use this language and expect to get somewhere in life, but we're actually building with one hand and tearing down with the other.
Be honest. People aren't even aware they're using loser language.
Right. So today we're going to make you aware of what loser language is.
And stop yourself
right
when you're speaking this way, because you probably speak this way all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Nonchalant. But it's
Don't
powerful.
Even realize it.
It's powerful.
It's
and you got to get a hold of it. You got to let the universe know, nah, that's not how we talking out here.
And it changes your life. Once you start being conscious of the language that you're using, the words that you're using, the negative language that you're using, it actually changes everything for you. You actually start to see things differently at that point.
And your whole life, you just watch your life change before your eyes. You're more conscious of it. When you're conscious of what you're saying, you're really seeing around you that, whoa, yeah, my thoughts and what I'm speaking definitely affect my environment.
Oh, no doubt, man, no doubt. And it's crazy because, like, I'm not no super religious dude, right? I'm a follower of Christ, don't get me wrong. But the Bible says, man, like, life and death is in the power of the tongue.
It's in the Bible.
And it's crazy because, like I said, man, I don't even know where it came from. This was before I wrote the book.
Yeah.
This is when we were just like talking about it, and we had started catching ourselves some kind of way.
Yeah.
We started catching ourselves saying like stuff like I can't.
Yeah.
Stuff like man, I don't know. Stuff like I'll try.
And during that time, what really hit me was how much we were saying, and I was like, it's throughout the whole day. I'm talking like a loser.
You don't even realize
it. I'm loser all day, every day.
So let me break this down for you real quick. In my book, I talk about the context of the book is really about like not just getting back up from adversity, but getting out of your own way.
Yes.
In a way, right? It's about developing a different type of mindset, because I believe that we were all born here with a clean slate, right? With a clean slate mind, and through life, through maybe our parents, through society, whatever, we've developed this mindset that I call the runner-up mindset, right? And that's the well, it's okay to be second. Well, I don't know if I can really do that. It encompasses all that, right? And in that runner-up mindset is loser language.
Loser language. That's the base of it,
right? But we have to understand that there is a champion inside of every single one of us. Every single one of us. And I'll say this. The reason why I say that is still based on my beliefs, which is when it says we are all made in God's image. God's not a loser.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I know that we all have this champion inside of us. And in order for us to get it out, I feel like one of the first steps is us getting out our own way and learning to not use the type of language that holds us back. Right? So really what you have to do, and I talk about this in the book, talked about it in chapter 4, what you really have to do is understand your thinking.
Yes.
Because it's all just a habit.
It's all a habit.
That's all it is.
And we've been doing it for so long, it's almost like society pushes that on us, because you're like, well, I don't know nobody that's successful personally. It can't be me. They had to be lucky. They had to be chosen to do this, you know? But, that's not the case.
Yeah, and it's not. And what is crazy is it's all a product of your mindset and a product of your thinking. Yep. So if you're thinking negative, you're going to speak negative.
And you're going to live negative.
Right. So what I need you to understand is do this. I need you, every single time a negative thought, I need you to start really being conscious of your thoughts. Yep. Because if you could become conscious on your thoughts, you can catch those negative thoughts and replace them before you ever speak it.
Yep.
That's the challenge.
The challenge is to first notice your loser language. You're using it now. You don't even know you're using it.
Right.
Really start consciously thinking about what you're saying. Is it negative? Is it something? Am I talking down on myself? Oh, technical difficulties with it.
It's all right. We gonna keep rolling. We gonna keep rolling, baby. But
we outside.
The wind's blowing.
The wind's blowing.
Like I said, man, it all starts with that thinking, right? Yeah. It all starts with you think the thought before you ever say it.
Yeah.
So if you can catch yourself in that negative thinking, you can catch yourself in that before you ever speak it.
Yeah.
then you can reverse it, right? So what we had to do, honestly, was we held each other accountable for that.
Right. We would text each other. And then we'd be like, if we caught loser language from each other, we'd call each other out immediately. Like, damn, I didn't even think of that being loser language. You caught it, He would catch some things I would say, I catch some things he would say, try to just really, what would really help is having somebody catch you with it. You
need an accountability person, man. You need someone, because most people are speaking that same, I feel like loser language is the universal language.
It's the universal language. If it wasn't, everybody would be winning.
Everybody would be catching each other too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to put yourself in an environment where people are speaking differently. Yeah. You can't be around a bunch of people who are saying, I can't, I'll try, I'll do this. And one thing that I've learned is, like, you either do or you don't.
It's as simple as that.
You either will or you won't. You either do or you don't. You either will or you won't. So what I mean is, there is no, I'll try to write my book. Are you going to write the book or not? Like that's like me saying I'm going to try to pick up this hat. How am I going to try? You know what I'm saying?
You either going to pick it up.
You either do it or you don't. I get so many people who saying, well, I'm going to start this business. I'm going to do this. Listen, just do it. Just do it, because eventually turns into loser language when it continues these and nothing's getting done.
Yeah, like, think of it as this way. If you're an athlete and you're going into the game with a mindset, is this the player you want on your team? Right. Let's try and win this game.
That's actually a good thought, man. That's actually a good thought. In life, you're trying to win.
You're trying to win. The goal is to win. That's what we want to win out here. What's better than winning,
Right. And whatever that means to you, whether that means just having like winning in your family, winning at work, winning in your own company, whatever that means to you, right? You decide. We're not here to tell you what to do.
Exactly.
But you want to win in life. Nobody wants to be in a position where they're down, where they're losing, right? So ask yourself, are you the type of person you would want to have on your team?
Exactly. Are you the type of person you would want to have on your team?
Right.
If we're in the locker room, and we're speaking and talking, what type of things do we want to hear? We want to hear definitive things about winning, not no maybe, we'll try, we'll see. Yeah. Well, we just can't do it. Well, we're if we're down at halftime and I hear you, well, we're done. Right. Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
We're done.
And here's the thing. You are the star player.
Yep, you are the star player.
So just picture yourself as Michael Jordan of your life, of the LeBron James of your life.
Life is a game. Right. Think of yourself as the best player. How would you speak about any and everything?
So you can't, if I'm saying that, if I'm putting you in the same conversation as the LeBron of your own life, you can't be LeBron saying, I'll try to win a championship.
Listen to that.
Yeah,
how that sounds.
Like, I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Well, we just couldn't do enough. Right.
Like, you got to catch yourself in that. And I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. I promise you that he would have never created this brand if he was still using that language.
I was using the language with the brand, and then once I cut out that language, it's just like, oh, now stuff appears. Merchandise is here.
Exactly. And it's a way for you to build your own confidence.
Yes.
When you don't allow any negativity into your mind, or you're not speaking it, that puts you in a place where you become more confident in yourself.
Yep.
Right? You become more confident in your brand because you believe, instead of saying I'm gonna do this or I'll try, you saying I will. So that's actually reversed back to 2 episodes ago when I was talking about building your belief system, when we were talking about using your senses to build your belief systems, like using your tongue to speak these things. Right? What you speak is what you're going to become. I'm sorry.
As simple as
There's no way I can say that I don't know if I can do this and actually get things done on a consistent basis. It just doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Right?
You count yourself out right there.
It just doesn't happen, guys. So it's important that you catch yourself while using this language. And I really want to tell you this. This is where it stems from. It stems from low self-confidence.
Yeah.
It stems from just simply not believing in yourself and creating a habit of not believing in yourself. Because what I've learned is almost everything we do is a habit.
Yeah, we're creatures of habit.
Right.
Think about animals, bugs. They do the same thing at the same time during the same seasons every day.
Yep, and we do too, honestly.
Yep, we do. We're creatures of habit.
We're creatures of habit. So what I realize is that negativity isn't a trait. It's a habit.
It's a habit.
Negative speaking, low self-confidence, it's a habit. You don't actually have low self-confidence. You just have a habit of wanting affirmation from somebody else.
Yep.
You just have a habit of not believing in yourself. You just have a habit of not believing in your abilities. That's all that is. So if you could just break the habit, which isn't easy to do, but it starts with catching yourself. It starts with having that person that can hold you accountable. Even just send you a text in the morning like today, no loser language.
Yeah, and let's give them a little challenge. How long does it take to make or break a habit?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I really think it just takes as long as it takes for your mind to grasp.
What would you say
you need to change?
During what time? How many days should somebody focus on this? Because people gonna fall off with this. We fell off.
You right. I would want to say that if you do something for 30 days.
Okay, we'll give them 30 days.
You do something for 30 days. Big Mo should be knocking on the door.
And it's instilled.
Yeah.
After 30 days, it should be.
After 30 days, it should be instilled. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not the type of person that says, okay, if you mess up one day, then you got to start all over.
Right.
I'm not that type of person. So I feel like 30 days, just keep pounding at it. You're going to still use some of this language. Like, even to this day.
We still do.
But the
be
amount,
conscious of
it. And the amount that we use it is very little. And then when you catch yourself, once you get in the habit of catching yourself, you're going to continually catch yourself.
But it's almost to a point once you started calling me out on it, I'm like, before I even text something or say something, my brain would catch it before it even came out, and then like, nope, losing language. I'm not using that. I'm not saying that. It's negative.
It's negative, man. And you don't have on this journey. You don't have any room for negativity.
None.
On this journey, you don't there is already so much. I tell this when I go speak to students. I tell them this. I tell them that there is already a million reasons why you can't be successful.
A million.
There's a million. You say you're a female. Oh, you're a Muslim. Oh, you're this. You're that. There's going to be so many reasons that people are going to try to project yourself. And let me stop right there real quick. let me tell you this. This is when you've reached the optimal level of loser language, and this is the point where you're sick and you might need help. It's when you start projecting your negativity onto somebody else.
Telling somebody else they can't do something just because you feel that you can't.
Just because you're insecure, just because you have low self-confidence, you project it, and that's when you reach the optimal level of loser language.
So you're saying they're a master loser?
We're gonna pray on that one. But check this out. So I tell them there's all these reasons. There are people going, you're black, you're this, you're that. There's all these reasons why you cannot be. You have to have one reason. You have to be your best player. You were saying, you have to be that guy that's like, yo, block out the noise. I remember the old Beats by Drake commercials where you can tell everybody. I need you to go to that space.
Yes. I mean, it's just so simple to think about when you think about life as a game. And you can control your game no matter what the refs is talking about or the opposition.
Yep,
if you want to win, I like that. You can win. But where does it start?
It all starts here, man. And it's really, like I said, it's you in the way of you.
Yep. You're your biggest enemy, your biggest opponent.
And it's really that simple. You are in the way of you. And if you just get out of the way of you, get out of that runner-up mindset.
Watch the growth.
Watch what comes from that, man. We're just talking about maybe a year ago. We were sitting in the exact same spot.
Right.
Talking about this.
That's crazy.
The exact same spot.
And now to look back on it, just
author, speaker, got his brand boom. You know what I mean? It's a whole different. So when we say, and this is what I'm talking about this podcast, when we say that this is a step that you can take, when we say that this is the way, we mean that you can literally take this today and change your life with it.
Change your life. How does that sound? I feel like, who doesn't want to change their life? We all are out here.
But I still want to change. I want to change my life every single day.
Every single day. LeBron still wants to change his life. There's things he's still chasing. You know what I'm saying? We're not done till we're done.
Yes. Oh, I like that. We're not done till we are done. That's major, man.
Yeah.
And that means when you're dead, and gone,
deceased.
Right. And you know what even to put that at a different level, I really want to create something that's going to last even when I'm gone.
You will.
You know what I'm saying?
What you just say? You say you want to?
Look, call me in the act on the podcast.
Loser language, listen
up. I already have. And I already have created something that's going to last longer than me. The book. So, you see what I'm saying? Literally, and this is why the accountability is so important. Because you're going to still use this language. It's natural. You've been doing it your whole life. You're not going to quit 25. I'm 25 years old. 25 years of this bad habit is not just going
stop instantly. This is going to go on forever. Look, you heard the man. He's just talking about where we came from a year, and he just hit me with the user language, the loser language.
And it's crazy because, like, that wasn't even extreme. That was just saying I want, which is a want, but you have to speak it in a way that you are doing it.
Exactly.
Right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, we took it to another level now.
Right.
We don't even say want no more.
Right.
Can't ain't even in the vocabulary.
I use that word.
Want, try, like none of those things are in the vocabulary.
I hate those words. The word try, can't, won't. They're
passive.
Yes. Another word I hate is lazy, and I feel like throw those words with them as well. Like, that's just something you don't want to be associated with. I can't.
Complacent. None of those. None of those. All of those are passive, lackadaisical,
and loser qualities.
Ways of living or ways of speaking.
Yeah.
And like I said, you don't have any room for that.
None.
In your life.
On this journey, if we're trying to get to if we want to win, it's not gonna happen if we got that mentality.
It's just not gonna happen, man. You can't create. You just can't.
You can't.
Like,
you can't.
And that's and that right there, we're telling you, literally, that's the only can't. And that if you are not speaking positive, if you are not thinking positive, it just doesn't add up.
It doesn't.
It's like playing 1 + 1 = 10.
Yep.
It don't add up.
The math wrong, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just for real. Like that's like your boss saying you work 40 hours this week, but your check is gonna be $1. You know what I mean? Like, it just don't add up. So you got to make sure this thing adds up. If you're speaking negative and you're thinking negative, guess what you're doing? You're acting negative. And if those three are in line, what good is gonna come from
What's
that?
your atmosphere? What would you think your atmosphere is gonna look like if all those are added up? What do you think the answer will be?
And I really think, man, this is the shift between the growth mindset and the fixed mindset, the runner-up lifestyle and the champion lifestyle, the runner-up mindset and the champion like whatever you want to call it, however you want to compartment.
Simply, this is from going from number 2 to number 1. That's
Pretty
the
much.
only thing separating a loser from a winner. Number 1 from number 2.
And we're not even talking about, like, because I want people to understand this too. When we say number 1 and number 2, we're talking about in your own life.
Yourself, your life.
I'm talking about most of us are playing runner-up in our own lives because we're not living up to what we really are.
We're not striving to win.
Right, and we're not bringing that other person inside of us that every day, because that other person inside of us is almost like it's daunting. Because every day that other person is requiring us to be better. Every day that other person that's inside of us is requiring us to grow, and is not comfortable. Like, you're being stretched every single day, every single step. I'm gonna put it like this. And this right here, I feel like almost anybody can relate to this. When I first started working out, I would do 10 reps, 3 sets. Right? Now it's getting to the point when I work out that I will push myself until I can't do another rep. Right? Like, and then after that, my body wants to do another one. Like today, okay, real simple. Today, I worked myself out. I did 5 sets, right, of just doing minute intervals. So I was doing jump squats 1 minute straight, right? I was doing pull-ups, push-up, burpees 1 minute straight. Jump rope as fast as I can, 1 minute straight. I did that 5 times. Then my mind said, I was done. The workout is over. My mind said, no, go in your trunk, get the parachute out, and run three long sprints. 4, like, just after the workout.
That's just wanting to be a winner.
And that's just wanting to get to a place where you just... So a lot of us are afraid, and that's why that saying, our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate, is that we're powerful beyond measure. That's us being afraid of what
lies within us, how
the
strong
demand of that other that other side of us.
Because the other person is more dominant than this person that's waking up every day.
And here's what it is, man. Right now, this is what I love, bro. This is what I love. Right now, it is easy to be comfortable. But 10, 20 years from now, living with that regret is going to be the hardest thing that you have to deal with in your life.
You don't want to look back on and say you wish you did something.
You're gonna wish that you would have challenged yourself. You're gonna wish that you would have pushed yourself.
Even though it's gonna hurt. We're talking. I hope y'all know we're not just talking and saying, all right, let's go do this. Go out and do it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough.
It's just gonna be all right, God. No, it's gonna be hard as hell. Let's just say that. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
Exactly.
It's gonna be the hardest thing that you ever done. Every single day, man. I'm about to get hyped. Every single day is the hardest day.
You're gonna piss yourself off. Nobody's gonna make you more mad than yourself trying to strive for this.
And that's real, because I don't feel like nobody else can push me harder than I push myself.
Yeah, right.
Now somebody can challenge me on something that I'm not even thinking of, and that's why I have a coach, because like some things I don't even think of, and he's like, yo, you didn't think about this? Like, you ain't going in this direction?
But it's up to you though.
Right. But at the end of the day, it's up to me to take that challenge and to stretch myself and even take it further.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If my coach saying, yo, you gotta sell 5 books today, I'm like, okay, 6.
7.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just going the extra mile. And even if it don't happen, I've been training my mind to go the extra mile.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm telling you right now. Like, that other person, that champion, everybody has a champion and a runner-up inside of them.
Yeah.
That champion is going to make you go the extra mile. And most of us don't want to be stretched like that.
It's too much pressure.
It's going to make you stay up an extra hour. It's going to make you write another page. It's going to make you ditch. I just wrote the first chapter of my book. And I'm sitting here reading it, and it's to like not just to me, like, because I don't judge my own work, like I just don't, right? But the flow of the book is perfect as it is,
right?
But I'm like, this is not how I want it to go. That other person in me is like, yo, you could do better.
We got a ceiling to break through.
Yeah, so, like, you could do better. Like, okay, this might be a level up from Get Back Up, but this book needs to be. You need to put a little bit more thought. You need to, matter of fact, you need to do some research.
Right. Because we got to go on another level.
Right.
It's not going to happen with what you know now. How are we going to get to the next level with what we know now?
And really, it's because I want this book to touch all scales. So I want this book to touch those analytical people.
Yeah.
Those people who some people don't even care about all the analytics. Some people just need, something they can write in, something like that. So I wanted to touch all those people.
It's got to be that effective, huh?
It has to, man, because it's so important that people understand that. Not just that there's something inside of, because I believe that we all understand that the human potential is great.
Yeah.
That we all have that. I think we understand that to some level.
Yeah.
Like, even though that some people, kind of discard it or whatever, I believe that we all understand it to some level, that there is actually you've shocked yourself in some kind of way.
Yeah, right.
Some time in your life.
But let's do it consistently. Let's shock ourselves every day. Every day. And in order to do that, I'm going to be honest with you. In order to do that, you have to have a way of measuring. Yes. So you have to write down, I'm going to do this today. And actually do this. That's just what I'm saying. You're in competition only with yourself. Exactly. And you don't want to be better than the next person. You want to be better than what you were yesterday.
Right.
And then you're going to look up. It's no telling where you're at. You're competing with yourself. You want to be a better person each day.
Yep.
If you're looking back on how you was yesterday, all right, let's see what we could have done. Fix
differently.
This, see how we can go further.
What could we done better?
Yeah.
And that's every single day, man. So I want to give you an opportunity, man, real quick. Promote the brand, man.
Oh, man.
Come on,
yeah,
put the people on the
pretty
brand.
Dope stuff. It's called Nueva, you know what I'm saying? Nueva's new in Spanish, so who doesn't like anything new?
Right.
That's how we're based off. We want new.
Yep, new energy.
But it's more important than just new, though.
Right.
This is more about
quality,
prosperity, feeling good about yourself, you know what I'm saying? Longevity.
Yep.
Something to make you feel good, There's only a few things that make people feel good, people in their lives, good food, and I would also say good clothing, you feel like a different person when you put some clothes on, You put on a big t-shirt with some holes in it and some jeans
you don't feel as good.
Yeah, you're not
you
gonna
don't feel like $1 million, but you look like a buck. That ain't how it happens, brother.
So come over to Nueva so you can feel your best every day. You know what I'm saying? We got some pretty dope stuff here. What you think about these shorts here, my guy?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Them basketball shorts is fire. Especially for that summer. Them boys reversible?
Hold on. Wait a minute.
He didn't do that.
You didn't want to be that loud in the streets. You didn't want to be that bright.
You didn't see that one coming?
I just hit that with the David Blaine. Look. Okay.
Ooh. Show them the hoodie, because the hoodies, even though it's a little warm, get this for the next season.
Piece, and tell them how fast this goes.
Bruh, Look, these hoodies right here. I
don't even got one. This ain't even mine. I had to borrow this. Come on, that's a shame. I had to borrow a hoodie from my own brand.
For his own brand.
From somebody else, man. So, you know.
And then the summer t-shirts.
Oh, this is a nice little summer shirt. I felt good today. I said, man, my man's want to do the podcast about lose your language. Let me put on a winning shirt.
I like that. And y'all already know how I do, man. We got you see it. You can do whatever you put your grind to. My man actually designed this, right? So listen, guys. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. This shirt is not for everybody.
It's not. Please say that again.
This shirt that I want you to order the shirt. I know you like the shirt.
Right.
I want you to order the shirt, right? But I don't want you to order this shirt to sleep in. I don't want you to order this shirt to be lazy in. I don't want you to order this shirt and not do what you say you want to do. This shirt represents the grind. That you are doing what you said you're going to do. You are doing what you say that you want. See, we've been lied to. Right? Cause my mom always told me half the truth is a lie. Right? And we've been told that you can do whatever you put your mind to. Mm-hmm. You can do whatever you think of, you can have. Yeah. Right? And that's not all the way true. Yes, you have to think it. We already talked about that today. Yes, you have to think positive, but you also have to act. Mm-hmm. You have to act. So if you're not acting on what you say that you want, it's never going to happen. Never. And that's what this represents. That's what you can do, whatever you put your grind to. That's what it represents, guys. It represents the fact that you're waking up every day and you're doing everything that you can to make what you want happen.
Right.
That simple. That plain. So I want you to get the shirt. I do.
I love to see everybody in it, but more importantly, what will be more important to me is everybody believing in that message and actually acting on that message instead of just rocking a cute t-shirt. You know?
Right.
Don't just put this shirt on just to put it on. Like, if you got this shirt on, look down what you have on. Are you grinding?
Right.
Are you going
in the
towards
gym?
What you want?
It's a mindset, and it's really in the gym. You go in the gym, you like, yo, you put your headphones on, you know what I'm saying? You check yourself one more time, and then when you doing that last rep, you like, I can't do it. You can do whatever you, but come on, bop. You know what I mean? Yeah, another one, right? Get back up. You know, for real. But for real, man, like seriously, man, I'm not one of those dudes that's just trying to sell you a shirt.
Not at all.
None of that. I'm on, like, listen, if you don't represent the brand, don't wear it. It's because
let's be honest, it's not for everybody.
It's not. And I tell the students this when I go into schools. I'm like, yo, this, you got to have some things in line for me to give you one of these.
Exactly, right.
I need you to, what's your plan?
Yeah, let me know.
Like, what you want to do in life? Well, you know, like, for real, I don't want you to dare throw this on. You walking around and you sloppy and sloppy,
right, 'cause this message
as far as your work ethic.
Yeah. Look, I mean, bro, it's crazy. When I wear that shirt, I got the hoodie. He got the hoodie to this too. So
I got a couple flavors. Let's just say that. You know.
And I wear the hoodie to the gym a lot, you know. And it's like you just catch it in the mirror. You catch people looking at it, and it's like, man, they're holding me accountable because they're reading it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they're reading the message. I catch people reading it all the time, and it's holding you accountable. It's like if you walking around, you lazy, and they know that you ain't about this. You got this shirt on. They're like, oh, this is a shirt. Exactly. But they see me going hard in that hoodie. They're like, hey, look, he's rocking the message.
Right.
He's living the message. He's acting out the message.
Right.
Let me get one too, because it look like it's changing his mindset.
Right. Exactly, man. And we'll end on that, man. We'll end on that. Listen, we'll end on this right here. You can literally do whatever you're willing to work for.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, literally, like, you can do what's to stop you if your work ethic says I'm going to get there?
Nothing. What? Nothing.
What's to stop you?
Nothing.
I can't tell you what you can't be if your work ethic says that you will.
Exactly.
If you're waking up every day and you're going after it. So listen, guys, we're going to end with that. You can do whatever you put your grind to.
Exactly. Grind. Everybody's been telling you for your whole life, mind. No.
That's only half the truth.
It's half the truth.
Saying that you could do whatever you put your mind to is only half the truth because there's no action there.
That's something they put on the Hallmark cards. This is not going on no Hallmark
No.
card.
This ain't true. Yeah, this is true. Like, literally, you think about it and you work for it. Exactly. It's that simple. Think, work.
Exactly. That's why the mind's behind the grind right there. You think first, and let's put that grind on top of it, all right?
Yep, and let's work. And I hope you realize that the grind is bigger than the thought.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what's going to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I can think all day. We could have been like, man, you know what? We should just go to Hawaii next week. Let's just go ahead and go to Hawaii next week.
Or if you don't buy the ticket.
If I don't grind to get the ticket, I don't grind to look for where we gonna stay.
Right.
It was just a thought the whole time.
And here's what you gotta understand. Your grind has to be bigger than what you want.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a millionaire, you might actually want to shoot for a billionaire. Yeah. So you could grind for that.
So
and
you
land
know
on
that you'll get a million.
Right.
That's, multiply everything by 10. Do that. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Grant Cardone with the 10X rule, baby. Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, please look into that as well.
10X rule. Grant Cardone. Check that out. But listen, guys, join us again next Tuesday. I'll be back with the co-host, Mr. Braylon Wolf. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to get my brother back on, man.
I'll be on a few more times.
Young entrepreneur, man. We gotta reach out to.
We gotta show them this growth too. That we're not just talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That we really growing.
Yeah, we want to show you the process. That's what we're here for. To show you the journey. Too many videos are out there. Everybody's already right here.
Right.
We want to show y'all.
Nobody's
all
doing this. I don't care. Nobody's doing this right here. Nobody is climbing, seeing what happened, and then giving it back for free.
In a year, 2 years, y'all gonna look at the videos in 3 years, see where we at. They gonna go back and say they wasn't playing. They was at the bottom and they really came out the mud and went to the top. Made it happen. All because of what? We put what over what? Put
our grind over our mind.
Yep.
I like that, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. I'm
doing
glad
this
I got
on the spot,
here,
my brother. On the spot. So join us next week, guys. Every Tuesday we dropping the podcast. Comment below, like, subscribe, whatever it is you want to do. However you move. I don't care if you leave a negative comment. I really don't. It's just gonna help us get better.
That's all. So,
be great, man. Be great.
You can do it.
You can do it.